welcome back to our Joomla User Access Fundamentals series. From episodes 101 through to 103, we looked at building a sophisticated membership hierarchy. Today in episode 104, we're bringing that invisible foundation to life by building actual content tiers your users will experience. We're organizing content across free, silver, and gold levels, creating dynamic navigation that adapts to user status, and building a scalable system that can handle hundreds of articles and indeed categories effortlessly. So whether you're creating training portals, premium membership sites, client portals, whatever, without understanding Joomla's user access system, you will have security gaps and, worse still, confused users. And confused users are not happy users. So this completes our fundamental quartet, episodes 101 through to 104, and should give you everything needed for professional membership systems, at least the foundations. And then we're going to return to Asteroid with this knowledge locked in, and everything should click into place. At least that is the plan. Let's dive in. We're going to start organizing our content using categories instead of managing permissions on individual articles. Now, in the long run, as our site grows, this approach should pay off because you can set access roles once at the category level, and all articles within that category automatically inherit those permissions. We're going to start by navigating to Content, Categories, and we're going to search for our already existing Tours category. Essentially, we're going to recycle this. So we're going to come in here, we're going to edit it, and we're going to change its name from Tours to Free Preview. And we're going to ensure that the access is set to public, and we can add a note to self, free preview content to attract visitors. Nobody's going to see this. This is exclusively for our good selves. We're going to click Save and New to create our second tier. We're doing this now from scratch at this point. We're going to enter Tours Silver as the name, set the access level to Silver Access, and add premium membership content as a note to self in the description. Save and New. And now it's time for our final tier. We're going to enter Tours Gold, set the access level to Gold Access, and add exclusive Gold tier content as a note to self in the description. We click Save and Close. Now at this point we have three categories organized by a membership level, each with automatic access inheritance. Now, there's a big bonus that comes into play here as well, and that is that this setup also gives us presentation options. You can configure different layouts for each tier using Joomla's category blog layout. There are a whole pile of settings to be found in the Layout tab. Different membership levels can have distinct visual styles, creating a clear hierarchy that reinforces the value of each tier. Now, I hope to be able to explore category-specific layouts hand in hand with menu configurations in more detail, either in this series or in the partner series. This is core Joomla at its best, and to be perfectly honest, I only discovered this very recently, and to be frank, it's actually quite amazing. Now comes the practical part. Moving articles between categories to create our membership tiers. As we redistribute content, articles will start disappearing from public view. No need to panic, this is normal. We're going to work in split screen mode. On the left-hand side, we have the admin panel. On the right-hand side, we have the front end of our site. This is what unlogged in visitors will see. This dual view setup lets us see the immediate impact of every change we make. We're doing it this way largely for demonstration purposes. In the backend, we navigate to Content, Articles, and note the search field. And in the front end, we navigate to Tours and note that we have a total of 6 articles. Now we're going to work through each of these articles one by one, basically switching between the front and the back end. Article 1. We're going to copy the title from the front end. We're going to search for it and locate it in the back end using that search field. And we're going to check out the category here. And we're going to leave this one in the free tours category because we do want to have some quality free content to attract visitors to our site. Now, Article 2, we're going to copy the title from the front end, find it in the back end, click on it to edit it, and we look at the category again. And this time we're going to switch the category to Tours Silver. We're going to save and refresh the front end. Now the article disappears from our Tours menu item, which is configured to display articles from the free preview category. So we're trying to build some value for mid-tier subscribers here. Article 3. Copy the title from the front end. We go to the back end. We want to edit the article. We're going to change the category, and this time we're going to change it to Tours Gold. We're going to save and refresh the front end. And the result is that the article disappears from the Tours menu item. Now here, of course, we're trying to create some premium exclusive content. Now, Article 4, we're going to copy the title, find it in the back end, and once again, we're going to leave this one in the free preview category. And again, we're trying to get a balance here between free content and premium and exclusive content. We save and refresh. Article 5, we copy the title. We find the article in the back end. We're going to edit it, and we observe that our category is set to free preview. And we want to change this to Tours Silver. We save and refresh the front end, and of course, the article disappears from the Tours menu item. Not really a surprise because we know about the free preview category setup. Now, of course, here we're trying to strengthen our mid-tier offering. Article 6, we're going to copy the title, find it in the back end. We're going to go to edit. We're going to change this category now to Tours Gold. Save and refresh. Now in the front end, the article disappears from the Tours menu item, and I'm going to spare you the explanation as to why. So each time we move an article to a restricted category, it vanishes from public view immediately. This is Joomla's security system ensuring restricted content never accidentally appears to unauthorized users. The content is perfectly safe, it's just hidden from the wrong audience until proper access controls are in place. No offense to anybody currently viewing this video. Excuse me, corny joke, I know. So what's next, you might ask? In the next chapter, we'll set up the user access levels that will make this protected content visible to the right audience. You'll see how subscribers to different tiers gain access to their respective content libraries. Remember, what looks broken now is actually Joomla working perfectly, protecting your valuable content until the right users come along. Now, our content is properly distributed, but our navigation needs to catch up. We're going to create the menu structure that adapts to each user's permissions. We're going to navigate to Menus, Main Menu, and we're going to locate our Tours menu item, and we're going to recycle this. We're going to change its title from Tours to Free Tours, and we're going to verify that the category is set to Free Preview and that access is set to Public. Save and New. Refreshing the front end, we see our first result here, essentially in this tutorial, at least in the front end. Now we're going to create our first new menu in a while, and we're going to call it Silver Tours. We're going to select articles and category blog and set the category to Tours Silver and the access level to Silver Access. Refreshing the front end, not a lot happening. And now finally, we're going to create our Gold Tours menu. Title is Surprise, Surprise, Gold Tours. And we're going to use the same menu item type. It's a category blog type. And we're going to set the category to Tours Gold and the access level to Gold Access. Once again, refreshing the front end, not a lot has changed here. At least it doesn't look as if much is happening. Now, I think we can probably guess at this point what is going on. We have set our two new menus, the Silver and Gold menus, to have restricted member access, and we are currently not logged into our site. Even if we're not seeing a lot at the moment, this is exactly how subscription-ready sites should behave. The navigation dynamically changes based on user permissions, and we're going to see that coming into play in the next section, where we start using some of our test users to test this system, and things are going to start finally getting dynamic. It's time to prove that our system works and is bulletproof. We're going to test with our existing test users. We're going to start off with the public visitor experience. And in a sense, we've been testing this all through this lesson. Now, we're not logged in, we're a public visitor. We see a menu item with a free preview. And we see content in here. And we also see the login menu item. But let's just note that if we click on either of these free articles, we are essentially being prompted to register, to log in, to proceed. So whilst we can actually see a top layer here, if you will, we still have to delve here a little bit deeper before we get and see more content and indeed more dynamic menus. So let's do that now. Let's log in as a registered user 1. We're going to watch the navigation transform. The login menu item disappears and is replaced by a logout item. And I see the free tours and can access both the menu item, obviously, but now I can also access the free content. However, I do not see the premium tours options, either silver or gold. We're going to test as silver 1. We're going to log out, log in as silver 1. And again, we have the same thing going on with the log in, log out transformation. But now I see both free tours and silver tours and can access both free and premium silver tier content, as in the articles inside these categories. Gold tours, however, remain hidden. We're going to log out, log in. Finally, logging in as Gold 1. The login, log out behavior is constant, but now I see all 3 menu items: free tours, silver tours, and gold tours. And I have free access to all content tiers, all articles within these categories in their entirety. Now, this is dynamic menu visibility in action. The same concept from lesson 101, but now extended to create entirely different navigation experiences based on membership tiers. The same website shows completely different content and navigation to each user type. This is the foundation that subscription extensions and similar build upon. Now, let's talk briefly about the login, logout menu mechanics, as we've touched on this several times, but never really explained it. We are going to navigate in the back end to main menu, and we're going to locate the log in and log out menu items. We're going to note that log in is set to guest access, which means it's only visible to non-logged in visitors, and log out is set to registered access, only visible to logged in users. And this is the clue. These menus work hand in hand. This creates mutually exclusive visibility. Users never see both options simultaneously. When you're not logged in, you see login. When you log in, it instantly switches to log out. The same access control principle powers your content tiers. Free tours, public, silver tours, silver access, gold tours, gold access, creating that seamless, personalized navigation experience. That completes our foundational quartet on Joomla's user access system. You now have a complete membership foundation plan using only core Joomla and no extensions needed. Now, next up, we're going to return first to our Asteroid article publishing tutorial playlist, applying the access control knowledge gained here to help us build, as promised, a truly professional training portal. Now, bear in mind that these techniques should work for pretty much any membership site. So basically, replace training portal with whatever you want to build, and you should be on the right track, assuming you're talking about a membership site here. Now, when we return to Asteroid, we'll integrate these concepts with advanced layouts so you'll understand exactly why content appears for certain users and how to build portals that are both beautiful and secure. We will revisit access control later with membership automation, admin permissions, and other powerful layers we haven't explored yet. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments below. They often inspire future episodes. If you got this far, thank you so much and happy building.